Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, we are going to be talking about all things retirement accounts. In my last video, I talked about banking accounts, all of the bank accounts that we have to include checking accounts, savings accounts, and even credit card accounts. So I thought today's video would be the perfect follow-up to talking about kind of where we keep our money and where all of our money is, and it would be the perfect follow-up to that video. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the retirement accounts that we use regularly. So if that is of interest to you, then please keep watching. I do have to preface this video by sharing that I am not a financial advisor. So any information that I share today is not to be taken as financial advice. This is just me sharing what we are doing with our money. I know that, there is a certain, appreciation for a person talking about or sharing information about their area of expertise. I am not an expert in this field. I am just going to be sharing what we're doing with our money and everything that we have learned. So while I'm not a financial advisor, I do actually employ a financial advisor on a monthly basis. And so lots of what I know, I have learned from him. So shout out to him. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into today's video. Okay, so essentially we have our funds stretched across multiple different platforms and accounts and all of that. So that's what we're going to cover in today's video. When we are talking about, as we're talking about anything, any platform, any method of investing or saving in today's video, this is for the purpose of retirement. So with some of these platforms, one could take advantage of them to save up for, a car or a home or something like that. But for us, any investing that we do via these platforms, any saving that we do via these platforms, via these accounts, is for the purpose of retirement. Hopefully in early retirement. Okay, so let's talk employee-sponsored retirement accounts. So my husband takes advantage of TRS, which is a teacher retirement system. And so each month, every 2 weeks, in fact, every time he gets paid, he invests 6% of his paycheck, and that 6% serves as kind of the minimum amount and the maximum amount that he has to contribute to take advantage of everything that TRS has to offer. So he puts in 6% and then they put up a certain amount. It actually varies from year to year, but it is significantly higher than 6%. You can look up all the information that I'm talking about, anything that I'm sharing, you'll be able to look up and further gather information and see how it applies to you. But this is not some secret retirement account. You can, head to Teacher Retirement System of Georgia and look up all of this information. I am just here to share where our money goes. So that is one of the ways that we invest our money. Next up, we have peba. So as you can imagine, that is my system. That is what I am able to take advantage of. Both of us work in education, so there are different types of systems, retirement accounts and systems that we can take advantage of, and peba is what I can take advantage of. In order for me to get the maximum from this account, the maximum that they will contribute, I have to contribute 9% of my paycheck. So twice per month, same as my husband, I contribute 9% of my paycheck, and I get, the full advantage of that technically. So again, you can look up that information if you wish, but I'm just kind of here to share where our money goes. Okay, so next up we have a brokerage account. Technically, it is a joint brokerage account. Why? Because it belongs to both of us. It is a shared brokerage account, which makes it a joint brokerage account. Each month on the first of the month, we have $1,000 deducted from our account, and it goes to our financial advisor, who then invests the money for us. You guys have heard me say this before that, well, first of all, I am not afraid to employ or to get advice from or seek counsel from an expert. Sometimes this expert has to stay around for a long time, like a CPA. I feel like I'll probably always need to consult with one of those and work with one of those each time we file our taxes, since we have a small business. But some experts are, you just hire to get as much information as you can to learn what you need to learn, and then you let them go. So I have shared that is the plan in the future, but I do have to say that I'm a little concerned about our willingness and ability to invest the amount that we invest each and every month. independently. I feel like we might be a little reckless and choose to do something else fun or exciting, or buy something else fun and exciting and forego investing. So for consistency and for, you know, just accountability, we just kind of let him do that. But he manages this through a platform called TD Ameritrade. So everything that he does, I can see literally everything. It's almost as if I might as well do it myself, but we can see everything on our end. So we use a financial advisor, but he uses TD Ameritrade, and that is what we use for, you know, for the management of our brokerage account. Now, unlike our employee sponsored accounts where we're contributing this amount and this amount, and they're contributing this amount and this amount, for our brokerage account, there is no, you know, percentage. We're not going off of a certain percentage or a certain amount. There is, you know, kind of like a minimum amount that we aim for every month, which is $1,000, but you know, there's no real parameters around this. If we wanted to put $5,000 towards our brokerage account each month, well, we couldn't because we don't have the funds to do so. But like, if we had them, we could do 5,000, we could do 10,000, we could do 100,000, you know, whatever. Like, we can do whatever amount that we want to do. We just have a self-imposed minimum, and that is because we have a minimum amount that we want to contribute towards retirement each month, and I'll share with you what that amount is at the end of this video, or you can probably just add it up at the end of this video. By the way, I have shared lots of information about kind of all of this before, so I'll have a playlist or some videos linked down below and up above if you want to learn more, but I guess I don't want to do and say exactly in this video what I've already said before. So I'm taking a different approach in this video. It's really just sharing the accounts and kind of the purpose of them, rather than kind of sharing goals and why we opened the certain accounts and all of that type of stuff, because I have shared that before. So next up, which is going to be number 4. Yes, we have number 4. We have a Roth IRA belongs to my husband. So each year there is actually a maximum amount that he can contribute, and it is $6,000. So $6,000 divided by 12 is 500. So we contribute on the first of every month $500 towards our Roth IRA. Just like our joint brokerage account, our financial advisor does the investing for us. So that is a transaction that comes out of our bank account each month on the first of the month. So $500 comes out, and then he does his thing, and again, we can see him doing his thing, and that's all through TD Ameritrade. Next up, which is going to be number 5, we have a Roth IRA that is in my name. So this Roth IRA belongs to me. I don't have to rehash everything that I just said. It's exactly the same. On the first of the month, another $500 gets withdrawn from our checking account, goes to our financial advisor, and he does his thing. And so in total, just between our joint brokerage account and then our 2 Roth IRAs, so that is going to be $2,000 that goes towards retirement. So with TRS and peba, we do not see that money. It comes from our paychecks, and so it comes out and then we get paid and then we spend that money. But with the joint brokerage account and then the 2 Roth IRAs, we do see that money go bye-bye. It's very much we treat it as a bill. The $2,000 and is very much a bill. It's technically 3 separate transactions, but altogether we kind of plan for the $2,000 to come out. Again, it is our largest bill since we treat it as a bill, or our largest expense, and that, like I said, we very much do see taking place. And every time I check our account, I am convinced that we're robbed, and then I check our account when our mortgage comes out and I'm convinced that we've been robbed again. But nevertheless, it does make me feel good that all of that is taking place, and it kind of just forces us to live off of everything else. Kind of forces us to live off of what's left. Okay, so next up we have Stash. You guys have heard me talk about Stash before. They probably sponsored me. In fact, the other 3 platforms that I'm going to share, I feel like have all sponsored me. I think. Anywho, we also use Stash, and we use Stash to invest in stocks, bonds, ETFs, so on and so forth. Now, the interesting thing here, and the way that it differs from the other platforms that I'm going to share, is that I actually pay a monthly fee for auto stash. And so the way that I have my stash set up, I pay the monthly fee, and then every 2 weeks I have $20 or $25 sit to my stash account, and then it gets automatically invested. So they send me, you know, an email or whatever regarding where that money went, you know, what stocks they purchased for me or options or whatever. And then also I see the dividends. So I see everything that takes place. I just don't do it for myself. Should we be doing it for ourselves? Probably, but you know, accountability. While some people probably disagree, if you're getting started and you haven't reached the level of, you know, moderate expertise or, you know, expertise, I would say that having somebody else do the work for you might be helpful, like a financial advisor, or having auto payments to take place so, you know, you can be sure that the money is you're going to be investing. I would consider that to be something that you might consider looking into. But of course, having someone else do your dirty work does typically have a fee associated with it, even if it's a small fee. But for me, it just gives me a peace of mind, and it's one less thing that I have to do. So that's what we do. Okay, so next up we have Robinhood, which is pretty much a platform that is like Stash, but the difference here is that my husband actually manually purchases stocks for us, ETFs, bonds, you know, cryptocurrency, all of that. He manually does this for us. So I will say, while that is a thriving account, we don't have any real goal with it. Like, it might be like, oh, 50 here, 100 here, 200 here, 25 here. It's just kind of whatever. And so we don't really have any real goal, but that is definitely, you know, alive and well and thriving and growing, which is the most important part. So next up, and finally, we have Coinbase, which Coinbase, we mainly use it for cryptocurrency reasons. So we can buy cryptocurrency with the other platforms, but we pretty much just use Coinbase for cryptocurrency. Now, that is a platform that I actually manage manually, and we also don't have any real set amount, like, you know, 50 or 25 or anything like that. And unlike Stash, again, it's mainly for cryptocurrency, and also it's something that I manually do. So as a recap, we have TRS, peba, joint brokerage, Shay Roth IRA, my husband's Roth IRA, Coinbase, Stash, and Robinhood. Those are the 8 accounts that we manage or maintain or look at minimum whenever it comes to saving up for, you know, retirement. We do have plans of retiring early, but it's no like hard and fast plan. If it happens, it happens. We're on track for it to happen, but it's not like we're going to be bending over backwards trying to make this happen, as far as like decreasing our expenses further or trying to earn even more income. Neither of those are in the cards for us. But since we do have money that we can use to invest further beyond our retirement accounts through our jobs, then that's what we do. Okay, so hopefully I was able to provide some insight into the many ways that we invest our money and where our money is spread out. Of course, as I'm sure you guys have seen this already, but I'll have screenshots on the screen sharing what, hopefully as much as I can share without it being too personal, I guess. So I don't really know what that'll look like, but either way, you will have seen them already. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, be sure to let me know down in the comment section. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you right back here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye guys.